listening to Mike's Gaming Cast.
Welcome back to Mike's Gaming Cast. This week I'm joined by Stocker and Benji. Thanks for being here, guys.
That is a classic Mike. That I don't know if I expected anything less, to be honest. So good. Oh god,
that was a thing, wasn't it?
that was good. That
That's Broken Ben's game.
Oh god, no! There we go. Oh god.
Shall I stop streaming?
Yeah, I realised it was picking up all of our audio going to you. It was because I was like, why can I hear myself again? But,
that'd be why.
Yeah. Welcome to Mike's Game Overcast thing. Yeah.
Just Mike's Gaming Cast. Yeah.
Just Mike's Gaming Cast. Welcome to Mike's Gaming Cast. Episode
He's hijacked.
12. We've been hijacked.
Episode 28. Yeah.
Episode 28. We've just magicked episodes now. Actually, no. Fuck off, Mike. Welcome to the Game Overcast. There we go. It felt good to say it. We're back, and we've been joined by Mike, who has wrote his own theme tune, and he sang his own theme tune as well.
And I play the leading character.
Main character energy.
They call me Dennis Warman.
Mike Waterman. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have been joined by Music Daddy Mike, who him and his brother actually wrote the Game Overcast theme, as you can probably tell, because it sounds the same. It does slap, to be fair. But hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hello, Ben.
I almost didn't make it, but I'm here.
We had an interesting scenario, getting you ready to go, but
I nearly crashed out pre-stream, so that was good.
It was good. Nearly was just Mike and Matt cast.
Yeah.
At one point, so that was good. It was good.
That was nearly just the Mike's Gaming Cast.
Yeah.
Been here since 7:30.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, it's fair one. I can't argue with that.
In my defence, I was recording for the YouTube channel, and then I thought, oh shit, I've lost track of time. So my bad. That's on me.
I don't know if that's a defence.
All right.
I don't think that's the defence you think it is. In my defence, Your Honour, I did murder that person, but I meant to do it.
Well, you know, Stocker's too shy to do videos, so someone's got to do it.
Oh.
Hey!
Okay. Well, it's going to be that sort of podcast episode today, then. Excellent.
I think it is. I think you know what it was going to be. The night it's been so far. So
it's been wonderful. It has been wonderful. But it looks like we've got there in the end. So, well, what more can we say? Hopefully, yeah.
Touch wood.
Touch wood. The webcams are working. Mike just doesn't have a face, so that's why we don't show him.
That is Mike's face.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's my bad.
I'm just awesome.
You are, yeah, sure. Something like that. Yeah. I didn't agree with you then. I was like, yeah, you are. It's fine. Yeah.
I am.
Fuck no.
Yeah, it's true. I know I am.
No.
Right, what have we got on for today's episode, lads?
So apparently you're going to be telling us why RuneScape is the only game. That's the thing.
The only game.
We've got some rumours flying around that Disney is interested in purchasing Epic Games, which is, if true, is big news. I'll carry on reading the news. Yeah, okay. Nintendo's had a patent revoked by the USPTO, which is always that's bad for them, good for everyone else that's trying to make Pokemon games. Animal capture game. Take-Two AI team has been hit with layoffs.
Not again. Not more layoffs.
It's the AI team this time, though.
Oh, okay.
And a developer responds to lazy criticism with, any update is a bonus, not a right. We're going to talk about that. And then we've got some rumours flying around as well about the PS6 handheld, which, if true, is going to be nice. And then another PlayStation rumour, kind of building on last week's topics. There is a chance that we would be looking at a $1,000 console, the next generation. And obviously we're gonna have some thoughts on that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much what's coming up today on the Game Overcast. But first, Mike is going to tell us all about why RuneScape is the only game in the world.
Well, it is the only game. That's why. There are no other games except for, obviously, as the intro says, Minecraft and that Wordle game.
That Wordle game.
The rewrite of the intro did originally have old school RuneScape in it, but we couldn't get the syllables to work as nice. I rewrote it to say Minecraft and that Wordle game because it fit nicer. So I was also planning to be playing old school RuneScape while we were doing this at the time, but I decided against that and I've shut it down. So,
how long before it goes back open though? That's what I'm saying.
This rate probably not until tomorrow.
Oh,
I'll be done after this. So
it's a fair one. It's a fair one.
I'll go to bed after this.
Well, normally I will try and ask what's everyone been up to gaming, but I have a feeling that you kind of already answered your question in song format, Mike, about what you've been playing recently. Minecraft, that Wordle game, and
that Wordle game,
and some old school RuneScape. Ben,
yeah, I'm like 1,500 plays in on Wordle.
1,500 plays in on Wordle,
and I'm just opening it. 1,543 played games, 98% win rate. Current streak is only 29. It's not good. I lost my streak a little while ago. Max streak though, 227. That was a bad day when I lost that. I got it in 3 today.
Did you spare a moment for your lost streak? Pour one out for the lost streak.
Happens. It's normally when I get to about 100.
Fair enough.
Then you lose it. But yeah.
No, fair enough. No. Ben,
what about you, Ben?
Obviously, been doing Resident Evil 9 for the playthrough, but I've been playing Life is Strange Double Exposure because I forgot the new one came out last month, and I went, I should probably actually play the one before. So yeah, I've been enjoying that.
Sounds plausible. That does sound plausible. I've been playing Fortnite again, which is shocking. With you, funny enough, Ben. You forgot to mention that one.
Yeah, we did have a howler last night. To be fair, that was a bad night at the office.
So what we've done is, as a group of us on a Friday now, we just jump in and play some games, not streaming or anything, just casually playing some Fortnite, and it went well the first week. 4 out of 6 wins, we'll take that. And then yesterday it was not so good. No, that wasn't so good.
I don't think we won one game, did we?
No, we come second or third. I think that was the highlight. Yeah, so that was not
that
good.
always works though.
Yeah.
Every time we've gone back to Fortnite, then like the first couple of games go really well, and you win. And then like the next handful of games, you're like, oh, okay, this is getting harder, and then like the games from that point forward are just getting shit on constantly. Then
we did get third party every single game. We got third party. To be fair
though, we didn't get like shit on shit. Like, you know, there's that where normally you're like, oh fuck this game, this is bullshit. That's next week. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that'll be next Friday.
Yeah, is that when you join us next week?
Episode to find out how that going? If you're still playing Fortnite,
we should do that. We should do the Fortnite report.
Yeah, next week we uninstalled the game. It went that bad.
Yeah.
So
that's it. How'd it go? I uninstalled it. Never talk of it again. That's it. Done. Removed.
Yeah. Spud Falcon through his controller again. So you know.
Yeah. New mouse incoming. We don't use controllers for Fortnite, Ben.
Oh well, I'm sorry. I'm a console peasant, mate. Some of us can't afford a PC. Jeez.
Neither can I, mate. I've had this PC 8-9 years now. So there's a reason it's getting older and older.
We're jumping ahead in the script because some of us can't afford consoles potentially soon.
Oh, yeah.
But that comes later.
That's spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
That's a later subject. we deviated. We can get back on track though. So we've deviated. So.
Are we going to get back on track? Okay. Fine. So, into the first topic of the day. Rumours have started to surface that Disney could be interested in purchasing Fortnite maker Epic Games. And thanks for the correction by Mike in the document, because I said, I originally put, could be interested in purchasing Fortnite maker Disney. Which is obviously not yet true.
I mean, Disney's bought everything else, right?
Yeah,
I wouldn't put it past them trying to buy Disney.
I just want to announce that we're in talks for Disney to buy the Game Overcast.
That's news to me. I didn't know, man.
Disney Overcast. But no, they are literally buying up everything. And that was one of the things I sort of mentioned. Like, is it a good thing that Disney is literally buying the world?
No.
No, I don't
It's
think
the,
so.
it's the monopolization, discussion again, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I don't know. Well, no, I do know it's not good. But yeah, so it was first discussed by an experienced tech reporter named Alex Heath on the Town with Matt Belloni podcast.
Oh, Matt Belloni's actually quite a accurate insider as well, because he's done a
Yeah.
lot of exposés on Disney and Star Wars, so he's quite spot on with his stuff as well.
Okay, that's good. I mean, good and bad at the same time, I suppose. Yeah, according to him, he knows for a fact there are senior executives at Disney who want to buy Epic, and are just waiting for that right moment to strike. If Epic ever sold, if it ever decided to call it quits on being an independent company, Disney would be the most natural home for it for a lot of reasons. Yeah, I reckon a lot of money would have to exchange hands as well.
Well, yeah, especially for Epic, especially where I know obviously they've been losing money, but yeah, there's got to be worth a pretty penny at this point, surely.
Like the brand name, like Fortnite, is a as much as it pisses us all off sometimes, it is a massive brand.
Oh yeah, you can't doubt that.
And Mike, you're a shrewd businessman.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about it?
I mean, it makes sense that Disney want to just buy everything. My interesting fact that I have brought along for this news story is: did you guys know that Epic Games had a kind of movie studio department arm type thing?
Wait, what?
They were looking at making. They were looking at making like film/TV content.
Please don't be Fortnite
How about
movie.
this?
I did not know about this.
No, I didn't know that either.
So I saw this on a video. Do you guys know who Brandon Sanderson is?
The name,
He's an author. Yeah. So I saw him talking about it. So it was apparently run by a guy called Donald Mustard, real person.
What?
Yeah. But it was shut down, I think, a couple of years ago now. Maybe 2023, 2024, citation needed. It was shut down a couple of years ago because Epic decided they wanted to focus on games. But they were apparently in talks with Brandon Sanderson to adapt Mistborn into either a movie series or some kind of TV or some kind of film media. I'm struggling to think of what the word is here. Not video game. But apparently they decided to move away from that. Then that makes it that's interesting to me. Is that why Disney would be interested in them, or does Disney want to get more into the game side of things?
Well,
why does Disney want them? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they're from apparently the new Disney CEO. I'm going to butcher some names tonight, so I do apologise. Josh D'Amaro is strongly backing the company's investment in Epic Games itself. They're saying that they hope that the sort of the Disney stuff that they're putting into Fortnite will really help turn the company, not turn it around, but they're going to be big going forwards for Disney. So I imagine there's going to be some cash moving around between them for these things. I know there is apparently a Disney World sort of mode in development for Fortnite that's meant to be almost like a virtual Disney World in Fortnite. It's apparently been in development for 2 years,
horrific.
But I know Gemma would probably love that. It's been in development for about 2 years, but nothing public yet. So that might drop on us at some point. There's also been talks from former executives as well. There was I haven't got a name for this person, but there was a former Disney executive that said he expects D'Amaro to make some bold steps this year. And then he told CNBC, I think Epic or some other video game asset would be a great addition to the Disney company's asset base. Could you imagine Fortnite, the movie? I would.
I mean,
we've seen worse, but
it's not too much of a stretch.
Actually,
really,
to be fair, you could have Fortnite Save the World, the movie, which is also going free next week or so.
Yeah.
They made Minecraft the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
So I think they could make Fortnite the movie.
It's not too much of a leap, is it? Considering they're trying to do all these video game adaptations, it's not too much of a stretch.
Yeah. I don't know what the premise of that movie would be though. Like
Live action battle royale. That's what it'll be.
it's like, oh yeah, it's the Hunger Games, but we're on some island and a bus flies.
I think because there is like a lot of lore in Fortnite, right? There's like
true.
The agents in the secret base that are doing stuff. There's like the glug fluid thing or whatever that is. Like,
Yeah,
I think
fair.
there's definitely a story that could be worked out there.
Because we've also got The Rock versus the Ice King at the minute, isn't they?
Yeah, that event's going on.
Yeah. That was a weird one. Booting up the game again for the first time in ages and to see The Rock. I was like, oh, okay.
The Scorpion King versus the Ice King.
Pretty much, yeah.
Essentially. I mean, if Disney buy it, they can then throw in like, Marvel stuff in if they want Star Wars stories. Like they could literally just gotta be a limit for
You
them.
mean throw more Marvel stuff in?
Correct.
Yes.
More
there.
More Marvel stuff. I would. It pains me to say it, but I would probably go watch the movie just because.
Of course you would.
Of course I would. I went and watched the Mario movie the other day. In chat, there's James saying that Jonesy would obviously be the main character because Jonesy is the main character, really, isn't he, in the game? But
yeah,
I don't know who that is.
It's basically default.
I'm thinking of your mate. I'm like, why would he be the main character?
If he pops in chat now, that'd be amazing. I have been summoned. No. I think Jonesy is the name of the default skin, the male default skin, if I remember rightly.
No, not the banana.
No, not. What's that one? There's a name for him as well, isn't there? Whatever.
They've all got names, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what they are.
Yeah, Peely. There you go. Gemma's a Fortnite nerd, so Peely.
That kind of makes sense being a banana. To be fair.
Yeah. There is one possible positive to Epic being bought out by Disney now. And it's contingent if Tim Sweeney fucks off at the same time. Sells up, fucks off. Could we finally see Fortnite on the Steam Deck? Or just Linux in general? Because as a Linux boy myself, that would make me the big happy, not having to boot up to Windows every Friday to play Fortnite with you lot. It would make me the big happy. Because obviously Tim is very famously anti-Linux, even though the tools he creates offer Linux and a tick of a box. All you have to do, tick the fucking box. But no, he refuses to. So if he fucks off, will we finally get somebody that's competent and be able to actually tick that box?
I mean, I suppose it depends if they're going to get on board for it as well, isn't it? Because
just get me in. I'll tick the box and then I'll take the flak for it if it all goes wrong. I'll take a massive bonus. Yep. Whoa, we've just increased his sales. Whoa, money's going down.
Where's this boy been hiding all this time?
I don't know. Steam. I think what they should do is they should stop this bullshit about we're not going to support Linux. We can't. Blah blah blah. You can. You tick the box when you build it. Don't be like that. They should put it on Fortnite. Fortnite on Fortnite. Whoa, Fortniteception. They should put the game on Steam. So you haven't got to use the Epic Fail Store.
Because that puts people off, doesn't it?
That's never going to happen.
I know that will never happen, but like all this money you're missing out on because people are like they're just like, I'm not installing the Epic Game Store. Just they do it on the consoles. Just do it on Steam. Just get the Steam Deck, the Steam machine, if/when that ever releases, and just have it working on there. Because they just open the floodgates a bit more. But that's my 2 pence.
I think that only happens if they give up on trying to give Valve a run for their money.
Yeah, but they've lost.
but if they don't accept that they've lost and they keep going,
yeah, fair.
you take like EA with their like terrible Origin and like Ubisoft and all them lot. Like they eventually gave up, right? And they were like, we're not going to force people to use our launchers. We're just going to embed our launchers into Steam, and people can just still use they can buy it on the store that they want it on, because people will not buy it on Origin because EA are the worst.
Oh yeah.
So, and I think until Epic give up and be like, okay, we're just not going to bother trying to challenge Valve, and we're just going to go the way of EA, and like Ubisoft and stuff, then I think they'll keep at it, because otherwise, who else is there to challenge Mr. Gaben himself?
It's fair. But the thing is, though, is like we were talking last week about Epic like having layoffs because they are losing money. Not as many people are playing the game. Put it on the other fucking stores. Like, oh my god! Like it's such a simple thing to do. But I know there's obviously the ego and the pride of admitting that they've lost the Valve. Then, but you'll print money. You will print money. But
I think that would be at the detriment of the Epic store, though. That would be the death of the Epic store.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. Get that off my computer. I don't want it.
Right, but then he's gonna have to lay off a bunch more people who are dedicated to the Epic Games Store.
Just move him on to Fortnite.
That's not how that works. That's definitely not how that works. I think it's tricky.
I don't know how you boys feel, but I don't like the idea of Disney owning something else. Like they've ruined Star Wars. Like, I'm not saying they could ruin Fortnite, but they could potentially bomb it even more. I don't know. I have an issue with Disney owning everything. I just don't like it.
Well, it is a problem when they do own most entertainment. Like not most, but quite a big chunk of like popular entertainment they now own.
Well, they almost bought Warner Brothers at one point. Can you imagine if they owned Warner Brothers as well? Jesus.
Because they own Fox, all their stuff, like The Simpsons. That's Disney now. Obviously Marvel, which is kind of on its
Lucas
on a rapid decline at the moment.
Star Wars, George Lucas's Lucasfilms and all that. Like they just keep.
They own most things. I would say this might be a hot take. We might be about to get cancelled. That I don't mind too much Disney owning a lot of stuff if it's diversified. And I think that's the problem, is that Disney has bought up a lot of its competitors. And we have seen, as they have bought more companies, they've bought more competing IPs, and we have seen less content, because it does not make sense for Disney to produce content that competes with its own content. Yeah. You know, they're not going to release 2 movies made by Disney on the same weekend.
Fair.
But competing studios will, and they'll go head to head. And I think that's the problem that I foresee. So Disney buying Epic, if they're doing that to get into the game business, then maybe that's okay.
That's fair.
If it's like an IP thing, if they're doing it because they want the rights in order to make a film, they don't need to buy Epic for that. Epic will sell them the rights to make a movie. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't. Maybe the Swingster wouldn't, but I mean, like, I don't see why not. They've been a pretty good bargaining position to like get a buttload of money and still keep creative control. But I don't know if Disney would be the right people to do that, though.
Nah. But then on the flip side, who else could you see possibly wanting to buy it and go through with it? Like,
well, Microsoft loves buying studios, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, they monopolised most of the studios now, didn't they? So,
like, Microsoft are the Disney of game studios now. They just buy everything. And then pay a lot of money.
It's my same point. Yeah. It's my same point, right? It's like they're buying up competitors to themselves. And then that's when you end up shutting down studios because you don't want to compete with yourself. And then you end up with less content and worse games.
True. To be fair, actually thinking about it, Disney do not have like a real game development arm, do they? Because they outsource most of their stuff to like other people.
Yeah.
So it could be could be a thing. They're just buying it to get a proven like proper developer publisher sort of under their wing, and obviously all the juicy IP as well. I saw a Reddit comment saying that maybe Disney buying them is a good thing because it will increase the chances that a new Unreal Tournament comes out from 0 to anything that isn't 0. So you never know. But someone needs to just tell Tim to hit tick the box. Tick the box. Let me play it on my Steam Deck. You let me run it on my Switch, and that's shit. Like it's a potato with a screen. Please just let me run it on my Steam Deck. I beg.
Well, you think as well, like back in the day, you used to have like Disney Interactive for a lot of the Disney games. You had LucasArts, which obviously was under the Lucas umbrella, but in terms of like a gaming sort of team, they don't really have one, do they? So maybe that's what they're trying to think of.
Yeah,
trying to branch out and all that jazz.
Well, Disney Interactive though, did they really make any decent games? Was all like the Hercules and Bugs Life games? Was that all Disney Interactive?
And then you had some of the Mickey Mouse ones. Obviously, we know Kingdom Hearts was Square Enix or SquareSoft at the time. Sorry, so it wasn't really a Disney umbrella sort of thing.
They just gave them new IP, wasn't it? Let them use it in the game.
I just want Kingdom Hearts 4, mate, but that ain't happening anytime soon.
Didn't Kingdom Hearts 3 kind of just die?
I didn't finish it because it was not worth the time. Me personally, this is my take. I waited all that time for Kingdom Hearts 3 and I went, that's what you came out with. It was so disappointing.
Oof.
Because it had been such a space of time between Kingdom Hearts 2 and it was like, oh man, really? So maybe it's dead on arrival. I don't know. You never played it, have you?
Not 3, no. I've played 1 and a bit of 2 when I was younger. I have bought the Kingdom Hearts collection. Kingdom Hearts collection. There we go. So I am going to be replaying it because I want to experience it all again.
Play Birth by Sleep. That's my favourite one. That was on the PSP, and that was that blew my brain out. That was so good.
Fair. I had a mental breakdown the other day watching a clip from. Well, you was involved in the chat watching the Kingdom Hearts 2 meme. That's funny. Just. It was like it was one of those ones, it's like always tries to make you feel sad about yourself. And it was like it's got a picture of a young kid playing Kingdom Hearts, and then it's like when you realise you're not young anymore, and the theme music starts playing, and you see this kid just turn into an old man. And I was like, oh, that's me. Oh. That's me. And then next minute I'm like, why are my eyes wet?
Why am I weeping? What is this?
Yeah, what's happening here? Why is there onions being cut near me? What's going on here? I had a full-on 10-minute breakdown, just like, oh. And then send it to you so I ruined yours day, but yeah. That's what I do.
Was you a fan, Mike?
I don't think you've played Kingdom Hearts, have you?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise you were talking to me. I was just letting your voice talk. Yeah, no, I have no idea what that game is.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Not a clue.
I did think it'd be something you played, to be honest. So that was a bit of a.
It was
I was just googling it. That's why I was googling it. I was trying to figure out. I was like, why is Goofy in this game?
Why is Donald Duck a wizard?
Why is Donald Duck in there? There's Pooh Bears in there as well, apparently. Is that Remy? There's a picture of Remy in it. Am I getting trolled or something? Or
no.
Is Olaf actually in Kingdom Hearts 3?
I think Frozen was one of the worlds in there. I know Toy Story was in there. I can't remember what other worlds are in Toy Story. Toy Story 3?
I've no idea what this is. Not a clue.
Yeah, it's just like a crossover between Final Fantasy and Disney characters.
Cool. Two things I don't know.
Gemma, yeah, gonna be playing it. You played the first two, didn't you? Or did you buy it and then your sister thieved it? One of the two. Something like that. I should probably pay attention more, but nah.
I think Gemma would like it, actually. I think it'd be up her street. I mean, maybe I need to give Kingdom Hearts 3 another try, but I don't know. I just felt a bit let down by it, to be honest.
Anything that stops Disney's Dreamlight Valley being played is a win in my books.
Well, there's so many. You got the collection. I mean, you got like 318/2 Days. It was on the DS. Kingdom of Chain of Memories. That was really good. Birth by Sleep. So
She played 10 minutes of it, and then her sister robbed it.
that's a bad sister.
I'm about to do a test, right? Because I'm about to say something, and then I fully expect to hear the PlayStation go beep within a few seconds of Gemma reading it. Apparently, there was an update for Dreamlight Valley, and you get some free stuff in there if you turn it on.
Oh, you won't be seeing Gemma anymore.
I'm just waiting for it. Beep. And that's gone from chat. We'll see you tomorrow, lads.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
But no, let's get back on track, shall we? But yeah, that was there is positives and negatives, I suppose, to Disney buying Epic. It would be interesting to see what happens, but also scary at the same time. But if Disney want to buy something, they're going to buy something, aren't they? They're not exactly going to.
Most times they do.
Yeah, normally there's not smoke without fire, so you'll probably find it'll. They'll wait until Epic lose more money, and then go, we'll give you 50p in a Mars bar, and then they'll be like, yeah, go on then, and that'll be it.
50p in a Mars
and then it'll be Disney's Fortnite.
Yeah, there's a Disney logo in front of it. There
Disney
you go.
Fortnite. Dear, oh dear.
Be a case of watch this space, really. We'll see what happens. If there's any developments, we'll probably cover it again. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking of things that are interesting.
Companies then.
Oh, are we sure we want to do this? I've just seen the next subjects and I feel like you might vent.
I'm ready.
No, I'm good.
Let's go.
So, talking of interesting, our great friends Nintendo have had a patent rejected by the USPTO. The US Patent and Trademark Office.
Oh.
I've got that called celebrate. So they rejected their summon and battle patent, whatever we called it these days, for being too obvious.
Are they taking a piss? Is that what they were trying to patent?
Yeah, they've been. Yeah, they put it in 2023. Originally, it was granted in 2025. And then it has now had a sort of a re-investigation or re-examination. Well, that was ordered to be re-examined in November 2025, and they have now rejected it, which is kind of good in a way. Nintendo have a habit of basically, and most game companies, to be fair, will patent mechanics they think up while they're doing it. I know that they're using it quite heavily in the court case against Powell in Japan, but they also had a patent. Is it patent or patent? I need to figure this out. Patent. Okay.
Patent.
All right, cool.
I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I would say.
That's an overwhelming majority. I'll take that. There we go. Democracy at its finest here. Okay, yeah. So they had a patent. Fucking hell, I had to think then. Turned down or kicked out in Japan as well, but they're still suing them over using I think the case in Japan is about using a round object to capture an animal or catch a creature.
Insane.
Yeah.
Well, there was that game where it was essentially Pokemon, but they were capturing creatures with cards. I'm like, well, that's going to get picked up quick, isn't it?
Well, no, because the patent says that it's got to be a round object, like a ball, an orb, to capture them. So you throwing a card at them is apparently A-OK.
I'll be amazed if that slides. I'm going to be honest, because it looks like a Pokemon rip-off big time, but with cards.
Because they didn't go after Coromon. And on that one, you throw, I think it's a spinner. So you throw this thing, and then what is it? In Ghostbusters, that thing they throw under them, and then the doors open and it kind of pulls them in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it spins. Kind of like a Beyblade. To get your bit in there. It's
a Beyblade.
It's a Beyblade. It's a Beyblade.
It's a Beyblade Ghostbusters trap.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And that's been out for
Does he
years.
come with Bill Murray, or is he sold extra?
He's in the DLC, yeah.
DLC content.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Call him on DLC, yeah. Fright Night DLC. Yeah. So I suppose the point is, could this be used as a defense, or could people use this to stop Nintendo going after them? I'd say yes, but probably not, because Nintendo will always find a way. Because they are litigious as fuck, and they will go after anyone and everyone. They had a recent purge of ROM sites again, getting rid of all websites that host ROMs of Nintendo games.
I mean, that is kind of fair.
Yeah.
That's like being those horrible movie executives who keep going after all of those sites that host illegal copies of movies.
Mm.
You're like, well, it is kind of fair.
But they are also going after the emulators as well, which is legal. As long as they don't use any of the Nintendo's BIOS or whatever. As long as it's like reverse engineered. Obviously, case in point being that Switch emulator they got. Because this is the thing, it's like, I'm talking about in the US, because over here I don't think we have a similar provision. So you're allowed to obviously create backups of stuff you own over there. And you're allowed to obviously reverse engineer and create clean room, blah, 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 whatever, implementations of stuff. But Nintendo to see that and go, I don't care. Like, I think they've got a page on it that says like, ROM's illegal and emulator's illegal. They're like, yes. But that's obviously not the case. But they're always going to say that, aren't they? Because it affects them at the end of the day.
Yeah. You would think by now, though, that if they're going off all these, why not just employ some of them to work under Nintendo to make these games instead of trying to alienate everyone and go anti-Nintendo?
Well, the thing is that though the people making emulators, they're not making games for Nintendo. They're just making it so that people can play, in their eyes, their legally obtained backups, of course. Not just everyone downloading from a ROM site and playing all the games for free. Of course not. We'd never do that. We'd never condone that here on the Game Overcast. Never, ever. In a million years.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
It's like, awkward pose.
But that being said, there has been situations where Nintendo and other console makers have yoinked the publicly available code for emulators and slapped them into their retail products. So you could argue that it would be good if they got some of those people to make their emulation better. Like the Switch Online service is just emulators after emulators playing all the old games. So
that's what people want, though, isn't it? They want to relive those games because, let's face it, the quality of the games these days isn't exactly at its highest.
See, I agree. However, I don't like the fact it's behind a subscription. It should be like the old days of the Wii, where you had the virtual console and you paid XYZ for a game. It was normally a few quid or something. And obviously maybe a little bit more for the like big hitters. But yeah, I don't like this continuous subscription. And then, in classic Nintendo fashion, it's, oh yeah, you're paying this subscription for these games, but how about you pay us more for these games? And it's just like, come on. Like, you get Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, I think it is, with your standard Nintendo subscription. What is it? Nintendo Switch Online? That's what it is, yeah. But if you want to play the N64 games, or if you want this add-on or whatever, you get a free Mario Kart add-on, then you have to pay the extra one. And what's even more annoying about that, now you've got me started, is, okay.
I don't think we have.
Yeah,
I've got myself going.
You've got yourself started.
Yeah, I've got myself, because I've thought about it now, and now I'm fuming again, right? Nintendo Switch Online.
There letting you go, dude.
Nintendo Switch Online, you can pay, I think it's like £3 a month. Fine. Okay. Not a problem.
What's that get you?
That gets you the Game Boy. Do you know what? I'm going to get a list for you. of what it gives you.
You know what? I haven't got a clue.
So I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what's included. Included with a Nintendo Switch Online membership. Here we go.
Here we go.
Online
Other
play.
online memberships are available.
Online play.
Not sponsored.
There you go.
Yeah. Is that
you get game chat. So you get to use video chat through the Switch. Which is included with the Switch Online membership. You get access to Nintendo Music app on your mobile. And then you get to play SNES, Game Boy, NES games. Oh, you don't even get Game Boy Advance anymore.
Ooh.
And it also gives you save data cloud as well. So you don't get that by default. And that's it.
Those games you get to play, is that like a cloud streaming thing or something? Like cloud gaming, or?
So no, it downloads them.
Right.
But every time you load up the app, it checks if you've got a subscription.
Mental.
But to be fair, the games, you remember like SNES, Game Boy, Nintendo, they're like 1 megabyte max. So even if it was downloaded each time, it's just putting down a 1 meg file. So it's not like it's continuously streaming it from anywhere. But yeah.
No, the mental part is that they make you pay monthly for that.
Oh yeah,
Not the fact you can download it.
Yeah. So
I'm okay with downloading games, but that's just insane.
So you can pay monthly for the Nintendo Switch Online basic pack. That's fine, no problem. So a few quid, not a problem at all. That's fine.
I see a problem, but keep going.
I know you would do, but but for someone that wanted it, that's cool, right? But if I wanted to get the expansion pack, as they call it, you can't play monthly for it. So they make you pay monthly for the first bit, and then you go, oh, okay, I'll have the other bit as well. No, that's however it is, 35 quid a year. What? Why? I know it's 35 quid. It's not the end of the world, but still, why don't you just let me pay instead of £2 a month? Why don't you just let me pay 3, 4, whatever it is? Do it that way. But nah,
because they want your money.
And everything's going to be subscription based in the future, and let's be honest. That's
no, I don't want it, Ben.
But that's the world we live in.
You will own nothing, and you'll be happy about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, exactly.
The funny thing is that it kind of goes into one of my later conversations. One of the topics was like for a solution for a problem, and one of the solutions, unfortunately, is the move to game streaming, which is coming, and it makes me really sad. But we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, Nintendo, they have had their little patent rejected. Obviously, it's not a final decision, so they will inevitably appeal it. And I hope
that patent is a really tricky one because they filed it. It looks like just to be able to sue Power World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if they had filed it back when they released the very, very first Pokemon game,
Yes.
then I think this would be a different story because there is no two ways about it. Power World is a rip-off of Pokemon's. Like, that is just what it is.
Whoa, I can't be entertaining this conversation.
It's true, though. It's true. You know it. Ben knows it. I knows it. Whoever the hell made Power World, they know it. They know what they've done.
I agree with you 100%, man. Like, there's no debate in that.
Yeah, but you can shoot
Everyone
guns.
It's still Pokemon, man.
They're not Pokemon, they're pals.
Yeah.
No, he's very similar. But then again,
at what point does a game mechanic become a thing of its own? Like first-person shooter, like the very first game to do first-person shooter. Could they have patented that, and then all of a sudden, no one else can do first-person shooter games? Side-scrolling games, like side-scrolling platformers. Could you patent that, and then no one else can make this?
I think that's where the too obvious bit comes in, because, like Nintendo, for example, they would if they could get away with patenting a side-scrolling game, they would have done that eons ago. But I think what they get around it by going, we're going to patent it so that you can hit a block and then a random item comes out. That sort of thing, like a bit more specific or narrow it down so that it doesn't meet that. Well, that's just obvious. Same with first-person shooters. So it might be like, oh, it's first-person shooter, but they've got a health bar at this specific, and it does this X, Y, Z or whatever at the same time. It's kind of like things like that. Because if they did, that'd be the end of gaming. If one company got like a patent on side-scrolling or FPS or racing or whatever, that's it. That's a wrap. Like any game that comes out would just be sued into oblivion. And
it's a tricky one.
That's a slippery slope, though, isn't it? Because, like you said, like if they patent it, then you won't get any other games apart from that one. And I think that it's a very grey area.
But the thing is, as well, is that Pokemon itself isn't an entirely original idea.
No,
it literally borrows from was it Monster Hunter, wasn't it, or whatever it is, the early Monster Hunter games. And so it's like it's stupid. Obviously, they've gone for a pattern of throw a ball, catch a Pokemons, because Power World, the whole thing is you throw an orb, you throw an orb at the PAL, and then you might catch it. So. But yeah, it's also problematic that they was allowed to sue someone, realise they might not actually win this. Oh, we've got a patent though. Oh yeah, now we're going to win? But they thought that was going to happen, but luckily the courts are starting to be like, no. I also want to add, and I did see a few comments about this when I was researching the topic, is that a few people find it eerily very... suspicious, that's the word I'm going for, that Nintendo sues the US government and then all of a sudden their patent gets thrown out. But other people were quick to say, obviously, the fact that it was marked to be checked again in November probably renders that moot. But yeah, there was a lot of people going, let's put my tinfoil hat on. They've gone after Big Donny, and then all of a sudden they've turned around and gone, yeah, no, that's not for you anymore, that.
Fine. All they got to do is send him a solid gold Pokeball.
Oh, yeah. Big
That's
deal.
it. They'll win.
Massive gift.
They will win. Supreme Court ruling. Just give him a couple $1 million in gold and you get your way.
GG. Game over.
Yeah. But yeah, but we will keep an eye on what happens with all these patents and when Nintendo inevitably go back and appeal it, because let's face it, they're going to. There's no way they're going to let that one go. They're not going to turn around and go, you know what, actually, yeah, you're right, yeah, fair. They might have to change it a bit. They might have to make it a bit more narrow. Basically, the options are you make it a bit more narrow so it doesn't have that obviousness behind it, or you abandon it. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen. It is made a bit more muddy, though, this whole thing, by the fact that the re-examination of the patent, I don't care anymore, didn't require the USPTO to look at any game to get to the conclusion that it was obvious. The proceedings have been made somewhat complicated by the USPTO not having looked at other games, and then saying it's all based on the combinations of 2 or 3 prior art references in the form of published US patent applications. 2 of those were actually filed by Nintendo itself. Yep, and then 1 each by Konami and Bandai Namco. Because I think Bandai Namco own a lot of patents on gaming. Because obviously they are one of the OG arcade boys. They own a lot. So,
I think they do some of the Digimon games as well, like the Cyber Sleuth ones.
Well, Bandai, innit? Is it them that literally Digimon come around as a way to sell merch? I'm sure it was. I thought it was Bandai.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, with the whole thing with Digimon was to try and rival Pokemon back in like the 90s, sort of early 2000s. But I think the main primary was merchandise sales.
Yeah, but
controversial. I would rather have a Digivice over a Pokedex. Just saying.
Nah, get out. Get out of here now.
Can we
I'm
kick him from
sorry.
this call?
Like, I love Pokemon, but I just felt the story for Digimon was way more appealing for me than Pokemon. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
It's even rage bait. I just, yeah.
No, this is rage bait. This is rage bait. I am not sitting here in this call.
Digimon? Have you watched Digimon?
Have I watched Digimon? Are you mad? My guy is coming in here saying Digimon's got a better story than Pokemon. Oh my god. Oh,
I love Pokemon than the next guy, but I just the first 3 seasons of Digimon, I love the story of it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Gaming, Pokemon is obviously obsolete, but then Digimon, I just prefer the story of it.
Oh my god.
Don't at me.
Oh, I'm atting you, mate. Joe, I'm even typing in chat. I'm atting you. you're getting atted, mate. That is an atrocious viewpoint. That is outrageous.
I mean, that's fair. You can think that, but I prefer the story to Digimon. Sorry.
I don't know where we go from this.
Yeah, I don't think we accept that apology, but I think we move on.
I think we move on. Because we'll start fighting next.
Yeah. I mean, we won't, because I'm not going to buy into the bullshit, but yeah, that's just my take.
Well, the UFC fight between you two can be a Patreon exclusive.
Stop and murder me, mate. That's like, I'm not even entertaining that idea.
Tell it once and for all.
This time it's personal. You said Pokemon shit compared to Digimon. This is personal. No, let's move on, shall we? Take-Two's AI team hit with layoffs, but this time it's the AI boys that have been hit. Which I reading this, I was quite shocked. Because I fully expected to see. I saw the words layoff and then a studio, and I expected to see people have been replaced by AI, and it doesn't appear that that's the case. And I am shocked in the year of 2026. They've got rid of someone looking after the AI.
Okay.
To borrow a quote, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them. I feel like I might be at odds with you two on this, but I think that AI, in some degree, probably is the future.
Oh, no, even I know that.
I think it's probably not going away.
No.
And I think it seems like a bold strategy. What I
don't like is that some of these companies are just going, oh, well, we can just replace people with this bot, and then we don't have to spend as much money. And then obviously they end up spending more money, and now people have not got jobs either. That's the bit I don't like. Now, AI as a tool, and I said this in other episodes, AI as a tool is good. It has positive uses, but straight up replacing people's workflows with, just hit the button on AI. Don't like that.
It's the creativity aspect, though, isn't it? That's been the argument that AI can do all these things, but is it going to replace that human creativity aspect? I think that's been the issue, isn't it?
Well, it's never gonna. It can't.
It won't.
No.
If we invent a way for it to get human level creativity, then it's dark days for the human race, boys. It's dark days indeed.
Well, it goes back to the DLSS 5 we talked about last week. I just don't do that. I don't want it. I don't want to see this AI slop filter on my characters.
And I said, DLSS before 5 was it had a purpose. It inserted frames or whatever to help people with shitter systems play a game at acceptable frame rate, blah blah blah, resolution, etc. etc. Because it didn't change the game. So fine. But then with these
I strongly disagree. By the way, strongly disagree. Keep going.
Well, no, but they didn't change the way that the game looked. They didn't change textures and all that like they're doing with the latest version. That's what I meant.
Yeah, kind of. But all right, are you done with your point? Because I'll do a rebuttal.
Go on, rebuttal. I'm
all
here for it.
DLSS is terrible and should never have been a thing. That's my hot take.
Okay. Yeah.
Come at me. Change my mind.
No.
Is a cop out
It is. It is a cop out. It is a cop out.
Because they cannot make their game engines more performant and efficient, and they're unable to make GPUs. We've hit the single core gigahertz threshold of CPUs, and they haven't figured out how to get past that like they did with multi-core on CPUs.
More
GPUs are well, yeah, probably not. Everyone keeps saying this, and it's still held true for the most part. But it's like GPUs are obviously already very much multi-core, but I don't think DLSS is the way forward. It just does not work on a fundamental level. It makes the game much worse.
Yeah.
I would still counter though with it does allow a lot of people with weaker hardware to enjoy a game. Yes, it is shit, but it does allow people to play those games that wouldn't be otherwise be able to. Through no fault of their own. I'll put that bit on the end.
Yes and no. The problem is that if a solution like that exists, then there is no reason for Epic and other game engines to work on ways to make their systems more efficient. Because they're like, well, we don't need to make it more efficient because it can just be horrifically resource intensive to run at 4K because no one's going to run it at 4K. You just run it at 480 and then you just have this horrific AI upscaling that just garbles all the text. The shadows don't look right at all. Everything just sparkles because they can't do the lighting properly anymore. Like, it's, hard pass.
No, fair.
I don't like it. I mean, after
what was that game that me and you played, Stocks?
Like
New Age or something, or no?
No, it was the MMO, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh God, what was it called? I'm quickly looking for my library now whilst you talk.
I guess he does. It doesn't matter. But we played that, and I remember that having just really terrible DLSS. The game was unplayable without DLSS, but was unplayable with DLSS just for different reasons. Without it, you didn't get any frame rate. With it, you got frame rate, but the game looked horrific.
Yeah, even I have to agree with that one. That was fair.
Also, the comparison, wasn't it? When they released this DLSS 5 trailer and you see the before and then the after, it looks horrible, man. I just didn't like it. The textures looked off, the lighting wasn't right. You're essentially changing the character models as well.
Well, that's because they was actively, they was changing everything, weren't they? They weren't just doing the stuff that Mike was talking about. They was actively like, oh, we're going to change how this looks like, and it's that's where they've gone too far. That is shit. That should not exist at all.
I think that's fine.
Yeah,
and I think that's okay. Hang on, let me provide the context. I think that's fine because I think that is a current tech limitation, shall we say, that they can train that out of the AI.
Okay.
The issues that you guys have, I don't see why they can't train that out. And they can make it so that it's a less harsh change. They can make it so that it adheres to the style of the game more. All of those things are doable. It still doesn't solve my objection to it, where it's still AI slop. And it is still a cop-out that I fundamentally disagree with. But not liking the outcome of it is, in terms of from a stylistic point of view, I think they should be able to tune that with more training. The stuff that's harder to do is what I have problems with, which is like the shadows and the light rays and stuff like that. The more finer detail, that stuff they struggle a lot more with to train the model to actually get it right.
No, that's fair. I still think that DLSS is good for people that can't necessarily play the game. I still maintain I like that aspect of it, but the newer stuff, they need to train it out then. But
we're in a position where that is the only option.
Yeah.
Because we have DLSS, why would developers spend the time to optimize their game so that they can run it without DLSS? Because you'd be like, we'll just run it with, even if they optimize the game, they'd be like, run it with DLSS and you get twice the frame rate. they would always just still fall back. It's just a crutch. And that's what I disagree with. It's just a crutch they can fall back on, but they can take terrible games and run them through DLSS and be like, sure, the game only runs at like 9 FPS, but if you run it at 480p, then it runs at 30 FPS, and then when you run it through DLSS, then that's acceptable. Even though it's like, well, why don't you spend time making your game not terrible?
That's fair. That bit's fair. I will say that is fair. We should be able to play a game natively without issues in this day and age, but obviously not.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair,
the bigger problem there. Also gone.
I was just gonna say this is like similar to going back to like earlier when I was talking about Steam Deck, Linux gaming and stuff. Is that Valve's brought out Proton that allows Windows games to run on Linux and Steam Deck. Now no one cares to make any real Linux games anymore because they just aim for Proton and then it works.
Yeah.
So you always get those little issues because it's never going to catch everything. Don't get me wrong, it gets better and better as time goes on, but there's always be those little things that slip through. Which I suppose, like you say, is kind of the same thing with, as you're saying, with DLSS. It's just become a clutch that devs can use to, this is going to be really bad. Oh, don't worry about it. We'll just turn on DLSS. Which, okay, that's fair. You've changed my viewpoint on that a bit with facts, and you didn't even call me a prick either, so I'll take it.
I win, you prick.
Oh no!
He probably still will call you a prick, to be fair. But...
Oh no!
Got him.
Got him. But yeah, no, fair. But yeah, the AI team at Take-Two has been let go. The CEO of Take-Two, cool name Strauss Zelnick, has previously stated that AI is incapable of creativity on its own, or of its own, sorry, and has also been quoted saying, every entertainment business that was supposed to be destroyed by new technology hasn't been. And then he goes on to talk about calculators at school and how that was going to be the end of people learning maths, but we still learn maths now. So,
sorry, does that motherfucker think that calculators are an entertainment business?
Apparently, well,
that's a bad metaphor, really. Isn't it?
But that was what he went on about. When I read the article, I was like, I mean, it can play Doom now, so
that's true. Everything can play Doom.
Everything can play Doom.
So I'm not sure that's a good comparison. Yeah, I don't know. You just have to adapt, but it just seems weird that you would get rid of the entire team.
Yeah, I thought.
Did any of the articles say what they were doing?
Not really. It's very vague. Like, it's like, they just got rid of the team and saying about how sad the person is, and then that the CEO talked about calculators. But
all it says was about developing cutting edge technology to support game development, and it's very vague. It says about product design shops to create systems that empower through development workflow. So it's very vague what they were actually doing, to be fair.
Maybe that's why they got the bin. it's like when the CEO's walk around going, so what are you making then, mate? And he's like, we're making a vertical adjacent smart object wrapper.
Yeah.
What?
So it feels like AI could definitely be used even if just as an assistive tool, not as a replacement tool.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
In the coding of games.
Yeah.
Even if it's not used in the creative side, it feels like there is a place for AI in that kind of like game dev stack.
Yeah.
Which just seems crazy to me that they would just be like, nope, AI, kick W, like dead tech. You're like, oh, okay. We'll come back to you in a couple of years, see how that's working out for you.
Yeah, but they're about to drop GTA 6, aren't they? They're Take-Two is the company that owns his parent company of Rockstar, so they're about to make bank anyway.
GTA 6 ain't coming out, mate. It ain't coming out this year.
Yeah, it's a meme. If they delay it again,
Hold on. Do you think that's why GTA 6 has taken so long to develop? Because they've just been trying to get AI to build all of it.
Do you know what? It's
a plausible reason.
that could be a thing, you know. Could be a thing.
Everyone get your tinfoil hats on.
Yeah, right. There we go. Tim Fry.
It's on.
It's on. There we are. Hats on, boys. Yeah, that could be a thing. That could be a thing, you know. That'd be mad if true. Absolutely mad.
Yeah.
There's no way they'd do that. That's insane. But
They've never really said the reason for delays, have they? They just keep saying, "Oh, the game's not finished yet," or "This ain't perfect." They've never
they
actually
want to
given
make it
a
better,
specific
don't
reason.
they? They want to make it better and better.
Yeah,
I'm still really worried it's going to be a shit game.
If he doesn't live up to the hype, mate, that's the most expensive game ever. It's just going to be awful for them.
I don't know, man.
Rough
It's
situation to
breaker.
be in.
It's just Duke Nukem Forever all over again.
Good comparison.
Like, it's going to be the best game in the world. It was overhyped, then it was abandonware, then it was vaporware, then it's coming back, and then it wasn't again, and then it got released. And everyone was like, "This game's really shit," and that was that.
This is what we were waiting for, was it? Oh, cool.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just AI, innit? Just talk about AI every week.
Yeah.
Well,
Speaking about game developers.
Oh, we got segue. Let's go.
Well, I was moving on to the next one.
Yeah. This is gonna get
Developer responds to lazy criticism with any update is a bonus, not a right. Peak developer, where is it? In response to a tweet about peak developer Landfall having a lazy dev cycle, the official account slapped back. Peak has had so many updates though, neither us or Aggro Crab are live service studios. Any update is a bonus, not a right. What are you saying?
Whew.
Well, that's not a can of worms, isn't it?
So I will admit, when I first read that, I was my inner chimp kicked off, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Okay, then you can release a game, but I'm not buying it. Like, it's not a right that I have to buy it or whatever. You can't demand money. Fuck off and all that. And then I was like, "Hang on a minute. Okay, let me put my cool hat on. Let's cool down. Let's think about this." And I was like, it depends what they mean by update. If it's like bug fixes, then yes, I think they should be updating it. But if it's we're just putting new stuff into the game, they don't. Like, I don't think they have to. You can't. You've paid XYZ money for XYZ game. And you agreed that when you bought it, because you knew what you was getting. Most of the time, you knew what you was getting. So you can't then turn around and go, well, I've paid this 40, whatever, 50, 60, 100 if you're EA, for this game. I knew I was going to get X, Y, Z, but now I want A, B, C. And then call them lazy when they don't put it in. I mean, that's a bit wrong. False? Oh, don't comment at me at once.
I'm letting Ben. Go on, Ben.
I'm just trying to think how to word this, like, really.
Tell me how you feel, Ben.
Yeah.
I read stuff like that, and I'm like, is that just rage bait? Is that what that is? But I don't know. You see comments like that from some of these developers, I'm like, is that what you meant to say?
Obviously, this all changes if they go, oh, when you buy this game, 6 months down the line, we're going to release feature X, and then they go, fuck off, we ain't got to do that. Then yeah, okay, then everyone get the pitchforks out and we go hunting people down. But I don't think there's any merit in this.
So is it basically because like basic games are demanding that they should have like, you know, certain things in there, and the studio going, well, we don't have to do that.
Basically, yeah. And like they put another tweet out going, for the record, Peak has had a bunch of updates, and like they even said this in the tweet, like we've put a lot of stuff out, but we're not a live service like game. It's not a live service game. It's not a live service company. We can't just keep putting stuff into it. Like those sort of game companies normally have to move on to the next project or the next game or contract or whatever they're working on. So I don't know.
Well, they're not obligated to do it. Like, at the end of the day, if the game's the game and they do things like patches, bug fixes, fine, but they don't have to go, oh yeah, we should do this because someone's demanded it. Like back in the day, you bought a game, that was it, deal with it. Do you know what I mean?
For better or worse, yeah. If it was
Well, yeah, exactly.
if it was shit, that's it. It sucks to be you, lad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think there should be. I think if there's a bug and something is wrecked, then you should fix it. Like you should do something about that. You should refund the game, or you should resolve the bug. But if it's just constantly putting new features in, they ain't got to do shit.
No, I mean, I suppose one exception would have been Cyberpunk 2077. They said, oh yeah, the DLC will be free because of the issues with like launch or whatever. But they chose to do that. That's not what they had to do it.
That's it. And people were refunding the game left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
On Steam and the consoles. So yeah, they didn't have to do that, but they did, and they did fix it, which is good. But
well, like you said as well, with a studio, once they've done a title or a game it's set up, they kind of move on to the next project. Like you said, like you look at someone like, I don't know, Naughty Dog, they were doing Uncharted 4 and Last of Us 2, and then once Uncharted 4 was done, it's like, oh, hands on deck on the next project sort of thing. So it's pulling the resources in the right places.
Mike.
Well, Last of Us got DLC.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, they are predominantly like story-driven games, right? Which I think is a little bit different. I don't really know what peak is. It's like climbing or something, right?
Yeah, it's the one where you got to help each other up to the top of the mountain or something. I think we spoke about playing it before, actually.
It's a kind of thing where they could add more to that. It's not a story-driven game.
No.
It's a content-driven game. So it wouldn't be unrealistic to be like, hey, I enjoyed this game. Can you add more content to it, please? That doesn't involve story. It's just like add another level, add a different place or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's tricky. I understand both sides of this argument.
Yeah. I was intrigued to get your thoughts of it as you being a developer and all.
Yeah. So I made some notes about this. So I've said updates aren't a right. Lack of post-launch support and development of a game will make me think twice about buying it. And it'll also make me think twice about buying from that developer or publisher again. I'm looking at you, EA, and whoever the fuck made Assassin's Creed.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, they're terrible. I'm literally never playing that Assassin's Creed game again because the port was so bad. I'm never playing this game again. And then EA's just terrible.
Just go play Crisis, mate.
Oh, I'm still salty about that. Still salty. And I said there is maybe too much. This will be an interesting one for you guys' opinion on. There may be too much expectation of live services style games these days. When you've got games like Stardew Valley, which has just been continuously updated for like a decade now or something, with no extra payment, that guy just keeps building it. Then you've got things like Minecraft, which again continuously updated. There are ways of spending extra money on Minecraft, but you don't have to. I haven't. Yeah, and I still get updates for Minecraft. Granted, I don't play them because the mods aren't updated to that version yet. I'll play whatever version is out now in a couple of years' time when there's another mod pack that supports it. But there's a lot of expectation around live services and continual content updates. But the downside to that is that most games that do that are normally powered by microtranslations. I've written microtranslations. That's not.
we know.
Right. I thought I'd just said that wrong, but I have just looked and I've written microtranslations. Microtransactions.
Oh my god.
There goes me writing it down so I don't fuck it up.
That was good.
So yeah, they kind of go hand in hand. That like Fortnite can only continue to have continuous updates because people waste their money on V-Bucks and stupid skins and like the Battle Pass thing, which I hate.
Oh yeah, Battle Pass, hate it. Not a fan.
Yeah. So basically, I understand both sides of the argument, and I think maybe Stocker, you mentioned this, which is, I think it comes down to what is the expectations that are set out pre-release.
Mm-hmm.
of what is the developer saying that they will do and what they won't do. And maybe there needs to be for developers who do not plan to continue to add new content to a game for free, maybe that needs to be more explicitly expressed prior to launch and at launch, that this is what we're committing to and nothing more. So that everyone understands where they're at when they buy the game.
I could back that. To be fair.
Yeah.
I think
good points.
Because I have seen a few games now where they have like a roadmap. Once the game's announced, it's like, oh, this is the roadmap what we're thinking for the next XYZ amount of time, and it'll be like, oh, we'll release this at this point, and then this might be an add-on or whatever. I think like something like that is the way forward because it's clear as day then. And obviously, if you go back on it, then yeah, any like negative sort of press you get is warranted, but. Yeah, it's a difficult one. When I first saw it, like I say at the beginning, I thought it was going to be a slam dunk. Oh, this dev's a prick, but no, they're not. It's I do think that live service is starting to become a bit of a pain point in the industry because people have realised that they can get a lot of money from I fucking only said translations myself there. Microtransactions.
Translations.
Microtransactions. Like people will spend money on it, and so they're trying to shoehorn that sort of aspect into games that shouldn't be a live service. Like there's the standard multiplayer games now, or even some single player games now that don't load unless it has that connection to a central server, which sucks because if you're offline or if the day that they turn the server off, then it's like GG, thanks for playing. See you later, mate. Can't log in. Done. And I think that's problematic. I think that's bad. But the fact
slightly different problem, but yeah,
it is. No, I just kind of like it is a trend I'm seeing that's not good. Yes, it funds most of the time continuous additions to the game in the case of like Fortnite, etc. But you don't need to put it in all games. It's like when we had that phase going around of every game in the world is a battle royale, and you have a battle pass that you can spend money on just because YOLO, give me more money. And now that's finally started to go away. Then it will become card games. That was a big thing for a while. It's just like, and now it's everything is just live service. Everything needs a consistent connection to be able to play, even when you don't need it. But I'm just going off on a tangent now because it's another thing that upsets me. But yeah.
Speaking of things that will upset you.
Yes. I don't know. The next one could be quite good. Could be tasty. It could make me happy. And then definitely the last one after that will make me sad. But we could probably.
Yeah, I'm realising I missed the middle. This one, next one.
Yes.
I'm realising my next one is actually the last one. So I don't have notes. I didn't actually look at this one.
Oh right, okay. So there was. I'll start this one. So there's been some leaks starting to circulate, or some rumours flying around that there's going to be a handheld version of the PS6, and not in terms of like the PlayStation Portal where you require a like home console to be on to stream the game from, but actually kind of like a portable console a la PSP, PS Vita. It's rumoured that this thing will have power that exceeds the Xbox Series S in a handheld factor, which, if true, me like.
I'm mad at you.
The problem is the handheld market was different to when the PSP came out, and even when the PS Vita came out. There was, especially in the days of the PSP, you had whatever Nintendo was doing at the time, so Nintendo DS, and then you had Sony. Nowadays, you've got Nintendo still, smashing it up as always, but you've got Steam Deck, you've got all the Windows-based gaming handheld devices now, like the Lenovo Legion Go or Asus was it ROG Ally and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know. Is there a point these days? Because this is kind of leading into the next topic as well. But like the pricing's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's if true, I would be interested, but I'd want to see what games come out. Because if it follows I kind of like label things like before Switch and after Switch. So handheld games before the Switch were normally just cut down versions of bigger games, with the exception of Pokemon. Because that was obviously they were designed first for handhelds. But like when you see on the Vita, you had Call of Duty. It was just like a not so good version of the main game. Like if it's that sort of stuff again on a PS6 handheld, then you're right. You can keep that.
No, you have to be full on games because, like you said, yeah, the Vita was watered down versions. Like with the odd exception of, say, like I don't know, Soul Sacrifice maybe on the Vita.
I'd say you're the Vita
like,
king, aren't you? You do love your Vita.
Yeah, I mean, like they had Assassin's Creed Liberation, which that was janky. Soul Sacrifice was good. Dragon Ball Z, that was close to a full game. But things like Call of Duty and Killzone, it wasn't. It was like a watered down version of the original games on the actual console.
Because the thing is, and this is what I'm thinking, like the way storage prices are right now, you're not going to have that much storage on a handheld console.
Well, not what the size of games are these days, let's be honest.
Yeah. And like, unless you pump the price up to a silly amount. Mike, would you buy a handheld these days?
Absolutely not. No. No. Do you not remember the intro? It says, and of course, the only thing that matters, the PC Master Race. Yeah, I'm PC only. I don't see the kind of need for it personally.
Does that extend to the PC based handhelds? Are any of them any like interest to you at all?
I mean, so I was going to ask, like, what do you think the PlayStation 6 handheld is competing with? Like, is it competing with a Switch or is it competing with a Steam Deck? Because I don't think a Steam Deck and a Switch are competing with each other personally. I think they're a different caliber of handheld.
Yeah.
See, I would
say the closest would be probably the Switch and the PS6 maybe, because yeah, like Mike said, the Steam Deck's kind of different sort of thing, isn't it?
Is it though?
It's debatable, and it depends what your sort of perspective it is.
What?
I feel like it is.
It's a question for you,
I feel like you're the Switch, and the Steam Deck is the guy that she tells you not to be worried about.
That's a good comparison.
Okay, on that point, fair, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, fair.
It is just. I think there's probably. I mean, I've not used either, so I'm talking out my arse here, right?
Okay.
But I get the impression that there's probably more polish on a Switch, but there's less power and less possibility. And that's what the Steam Deck is. Oh God, that's what the Steam Deck gives you. Is that you got less polish, but you've got more possibility.
Yeah, that's a valid. I'd say that's a valid point to say. There's obviously you get. Well, then again, though, you get the same shovel crap on Switch as well as you do on PC and by definition Steam Deck. But yes, obviously the power difference is huge. I'm not sure about the power difference between Switch 2 and Steam Deck anymore. But then again, it's kind of comparing different generations, really. They are different in a way. But
can the Switch 2 play Crysis?
I don't know. Are you talking on a
Steam Deck
technical?
Probably can, right?
I reckon nowadays, I reckon both would be able to play it nowadays. Obviously, it would require a port for the Switch 2, but I can't see why it wouldn't. I think it's got the grunt to handle it, is what I'm getting at now.
Yeah, but I think that's where the power of the Steam Deck comes in.
Yeah.
Is that as long as it's got a Linux port, as long as there is some kind of Linuxy version of it, then the Steam Deck can play it.
Well, actually, to be fair, that kind of goes in with what I said earlier. Like, even it doesn't have to be a Linuxy version because you can just get Proton and then run the Windows one now.
Perfect. So as long as it hasn't got any cheat.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah,
But neither of them.
Yeah. I think to me 10 years ago, yeah. But I don't know. I think handhelds, I don't want to say they're dying out, but they're not as popular as they once were. I know people are grabbing the Switch 2 and Steam Decks, but I don't know if I'll get another handheld, to be honest.
I only bought the Switch because it was coming out with obviously Pokemon. Let's be real. It was Mario, Pokemon, and Mario Kart. The only reasons I bought a Switch, and it's probably going to be the only reason why I end up buying a Switch 2 when the next Pokemon game comes out. Even then, this could be a controversial point. I don't know. I don't care if they release another handheld. Like, I think there should just be it obviously won't be called a Switch anymore, but there should just be a Nintendo box that plugs in your TV, because I don't play it in handheld mode. I just don't care. My Switch lives in its dock underneath my TV, and then I have a controller, because why would I? Why? Even when I take
You
it
want
out,
like a Nintendo Cube that you can play games on.
Like a GameCube?
That's a stupid name for a console.
What do you mean?
That'll never work.
What, like a Wii?
I do need a Wii right now. Actually, that's a good point.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they should just sack off the. I know a lot of people do like the portable aspect, but I think there should be an option. I know even Sony did it with the PlayStation Vita when they had the PlayStation TV. Little tiny box, plug it into your TV, and then play your Vita games on your TV. Job done.
The Vita could have been so good, but they just stopped developing for it. Like, they stopped releasing games, and it just died a death, because my Vita essentially became a PlayStation 1 emulator. I was just buying all the PlayStation 1 games on the store.
Well, it's because no one bought it. The DS just won. The 3DS, sorry, at that point. The 3DS and that sort of thing. They just won. It wasn't even a fight, really, in the end.
The PSP was great, but
that got slaughtered by the DS as well.
Well, yeah, like when you're competing against the DS, like Nintendo won easy. It wasn't a contest.
It's
I think the PSP did better in sales, but yeah.
Controversial opinion. PSP, not actually that good. Was just good for the time because it did stuff that you couldn't do on anything else at the time.
I agree.
It probably doesn't live up now. If you was to play a PSP now, it probably doesn't hold up as it did.
Yeah.
I played a PSP game.
A DS and like a 3DS, those ones, I reckon they probably do still hold up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
the gimmick
definitely
still works, and the games on them were still relatively innovative and not terrible.
Yeah, that's fair. Not to mention as well, in the case of the PSP, they used to die, or the UMD drives used to just shit the bed after a while.
The battery life was awful on the PSP. If you didn't play it for like 2 days, it would just die. Whereas a Nintendo DS, you could not play that thing for a year, so a full charge.
Yeah.
So, but let's be fair though, the DS, the DS Lite was when it really picked up. That was just phenomenal. Like, you had your brain training, you got to do your daily. I reckon, Mike, you would have loved a bit of the brain training on there. You love getting on the streaks.
I have played a bit.
Yeah, it's just one of those little.
Because we got one for Mum.
Yeah,
and she had it on there, so I played a little bit of it, but that was a long time ago now.
Oh yes, that was like 2007, 2006, I think that was. That come out.
Yeah, it might have even been later. I don't know. That when we had it, that is.
Oh right, fair, fair.
Definitely didn't have it when it came out, but yeah.
I remember my brother got a Nintendo DS. I got a PSP, and he got a DS, but he got the OG DS, and boy, that thing was chunky.
Yeah, it was.
If you've seen the pictures of the first gen DS, they are massive. And then the DS Lite come about, and then that's when all of us went, oh yeah, well, so we're DS owners now then. Because we went away on holiday one year, went to Butlins, and like a bunch of us, just my family, just ended up in game, all with a DS Lite each, with Mario Kart. And then the R4 come out, and I was like, uh-oh. Yeah. And that's why it was really popular, deep down. This is so easy to buy a car for it. Yep. But, yeah, that's the thing. But I suppose it's time to swiftly move on to our last topic of the night. Last topic of the night, boys. And it's not a nice one.
I think this has been doing the rounds for a while, and I think it's something we're kind of expecting with these suggested PS6 price over up to $1,000, maybe more, $1,000. It's been doing the rounds for a while. Like you've been seeing this a lot on a lot of like IGN and Tech Radar and stuff. So I think it's something people were expecting. But would you want to be paying that for a console? Like,
no, no, I'm not paying a grand for a console.
Well, considering the PS5 Pro with these price increases, it's pretty much almost that now. And it was it 900? Is it £900? It's gone up to.
It's 800 quid, like round about that number. But that's without the
disc drive,
and anything like that. So you're looking at about 900 if you factor in like PSN as well. So it's the RAM. It's the RAM apocalypse, man.
That's what's doing it. It's the components, isn't it?
Because all of the reporting previous, like the PS6 was like, well, Sony are trying to make a cost-effective version, blah, 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 trying to make it so you haven't got to spend as much money and they haven't got to spend as much money, so they don't have to pass it on, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously it's like, RAM price, times 10! And then everyone's like, oh, fuck, what do we do now? So, yeah, I just...
I also feel like this partly comes back to what I can't remember if it was last week or the week before that. Whenever it was it just last week? Have you only done one other episode?
No,
I forget when.
We've done 3.
Maybe it was last week or the week before when I was saying that it's our internal kind of models of how much something should cost. When we're talking about like game prices.
Yeah.
Like new games now are like £80 and whatever. And it's like, that's crazy. Like a game to me should be like, £40 is like launch price, full price. And after like a amount of time, it should be like 20, 15, 20 quid.
Yeah.
But that's not moved with the times. So I've got some figures in front of me that I've worked out.
Oh.
Do you know the launch price of the PS1? I've got this all in dollars, just because the doc had it in dollars.
Wasn't that $299?
It was $299 in 1994. Would you like to guess how much $299 is from 1994 is in today's dollars?
Over 400?
500?
Over 400? 500 and something? $649.
Ha!
Damn.
So just to be the same price as what it launched at, it would be $650 now. We'll kind of steam through the rest of them because I've got all the way up. So a PS2 was also $299, and that was released in 2000, which would be $567 in today's money. So it actually went down in price for the PS2. The PS3, however, that was $499.
Yeah.
Was its launch price, $499 in 2006. That's $808 now. So you're getting pretty close to that $1,000, and that's not taken into consideration. That's only inflation. That's not taking into consideration the RAM apocalypse that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Then the PS4 got cheaper, went back to where it was. So it was $399 at launch in 2013. That's about $559 now. And then the PS5 was $499 at launch in 2020, and that's about $630 now. When you take into consideration, now unfortunately we're switching currencies here, so I checked on Amazon just before we started.
Yeah.
Crucial Pro, DDR5 RAM, a 32 gig stick, a 32 gig kit, so it's two 16 gig DIMMs,
Yeah.
1600 megahertz. It's £329.
Oh.
Now, okay, maybe they're not going to put 32 gig in a PlayStation, but then if not putting 32 gig, how much are they going to put in? Because I don't think 32 gig is that much these days.
No, you're right.
I don't think it would be unreasonable to think that it might have somewhere in the realms of 32 gig, especially to keep up with new stuff.
Yeah.
So I actually, while I wouldn't pay it, I actually don't think that $1,000 for a PS6 is actually too extortionate, especially given current situations and inflation in comparison to previous consoles.
Yeah, but what
Thoughts?
about? I don't know. I still think that's a lot of nuts.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I think it would price a lot of people out of the hobby. I think.
I disagree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think what will happen is that it will just become like phones.
Oh, what, like a
It'll
rent?
just become like mobile. Not necessarily a rental, but you'll buy it on a contract. So you'll just pay for it over the course of like 2 years or something. You'll pay $20 a month or however much it is over the course of a couple of years.
Yeah.
In order to buy it. Because like phones are more than $1,000.
Yeah.
And no one's going like, oh God, that's an insane amount of money to spend on a phone, which it is. It objectively is a stupid amount of money to spend on a phone.
Well, we're hitting
but
two bags now, on phones.
Yeah. But it's because everyone's paying for them monthly. And I think that's probably what will end up happening if the price goes up into amounts of money that normal people don't have just laying around in cash available to them.
Fair. No, I didn't think about that, actually. That's a good point. Like,
when you look at the inflation, like Mike said, like, obviously, yeah, it's still a lot, but you can understand it's sort of in the market of where the inflation is. But yeah, it's with the price and people out, I think, yeah, like Mike said, it will just be a pay monthly thing. That's what I did on my PS5, to be fair. And obviously, it was nowhere near what the cost of a PS6 may be, but
yeah, I know that Microsoft did do that program, didn't they? Access Anywhere or All Access or whatever it was, where you paid over 2 years for the console and Xbox, or Game Pass now, wasn't it? Xbox Live back then. I don't know if they still do it or not, but that was a thing. So you might be right, because I was thinking, is it just going to be the thing that pushes us over to game streaming? If people just can't buy it, then is it going to be, well, your TV's got the Xbox app, just play games through there?
With the more ubiquitous rollout of full fiber internet,
yeah,
maybe game streaming isn't as terrible as it has been historically.
Yeah.
I've not tried game streaming since I got fiber, so I don't know if it's still bad.
But
I remember back in the day trying on live.
Yeah.
And being like, love the concept. Like, this seems like a great idea. Tech is not here. The lag is 100% noticeable, unplayable.
Yeah.
Me and you obviously played Destiny.
Yes,
on,
we did. Stadia.
May it rest in peace.
Yep.
That wasn't too bad.
No,
there were still moments where you could feel the lag.
Yeah.
But it wasn't terrible. It was at least playable, if not optimal.
Yeah.
But if everyone's running on like single-digit millisecond pings, then maybe it's more achievable.
I did play. What was I try? I tried it. Now that I've got my internet, I tried playing Fallout 3 through Luna. Because I have Prime, it was included in it. I think it was. I can't remember how great, but and it was actually like quite good. When it was like really, like you had to be really, really quick, which is kind of rare for a Fallout game. But if you started slamming the movement controls around a bit, then you'd get a bit of latency. But it was actually not bad at all. I know Spud Falcon.
I also know Spud Falcon. Yeah.
He was streaming his last 2 Fable games.
Oh, the Fable games. Yeah.
So he was streaming them, and he said it was perfectly cromulent, perfectly acceptable.
But I did watch those streams, and he did keep like shooting his dog.
I think that's just him being shit, to be fair.
And blaming on his controller.
So,
You know, hashtag exposed.
can't wait to see the comments on this. These allegations.
He's just commenting in the chat. There it is.
There it is.
Oh, he was waiting. He bit.
But I suppose that's the perfect person to ask, because I don't think he uses hardwire connection either. I think he's on wireless, unless he's changed now. Spud, what was the experience like game streaming as the player?
Apart that on next week's episode when Spud's going to be a special guest.
Oh, we got to find the time when he's free in his busy schedule. He's a busy man.
Stop buying Pokemon cards, mate.
Well, don't call people out like that.
I mean, I could call you out if you want, but I'm not gonna.
Stop buying Pokemon cards? No.
He said experience okay, not much lag on a Wi-Fi connection.
Which, if he's not getting much lag on a Wi-Fi connection, that's mad. Like that shows how much it's improved. But
I'll have to try for myself.
Yeah, I might go and try it tonight, actually. I might just go on Luna and see what happens. I'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Just the games kept crashing. Is that your potato though? Is that because obviously your potato used to like crashing for the fun of it? But yeah, I don't know.
I suppose that sort of spins it off into another sort of debate topic. Is like, is console gaming going to become a luxury expenditure and price people out of the hobby?
We've spoke about the pricing people out bit. Obviously, as Mike kind of rightly said, it's not going to. Some people would say it already is a luxury. God, why is it me in English tonight? Luxury expenditure already? Because you don't need.
I think it definitely is.
Yeah, it's not needed.
I think it definitely is. And I think it has like historically been as well.
Mm.
I think it. How do I explain this? How do I articulate this? I think if you think about how we've experienced gaming as we've grown up, like when you're a kid, you've got no money.
Yeah.
And so it's a luxury. You need someone to buy that console for you because you are like either like single digits or early double digits in years.
Mm.
Like, where are you going to get hundreds of pounds from when you are like 9?
Fair.
Like, it's never going to happen. So that has to come as a gift. Someone's got to buy that for you. So that's a luxury.
Yeah.
And then the games are still unachievable. Like, where are you going to get, like, I remember getting the PC games that I now can't remember. What were they called? Stocks? The cheap ones. They had like a white box with it was like a game would come out, and then a little bit later it would come out as
Platinum Classics.
No, what's it called? Sold Out.
Oh yeah, Sold Out. Yeah.
So I remember like going through like Game and back in the day like Game Station.
Yeah.
And like looking through their like bargain bin and finding games in there that were like a couple of quid.
Yeah.
That I would be able to play. Because that was an attainable amount of money to be able to spend as a kid.
Fair.
But then as you get older and you start getting money of your own into like your teenage years and especially into later teenage years and into your early 20s, especially early 20s, where you start becoming much more flush with cash and you don't have dependents.
Yeah.
So you can start wasting that money. Obviously, you got most dickheads waste their money and spunk it up on drink and stuff.
Yeah.
But then you also buy yourself luxury goods because you have no other demands on your money. And then as you get older again, you then get a mortgage, you have kids, and now all of a sudden you've got other demands on your money, and it becomes a luxury again. That you can't just go and spaff £1,000 on a new gaming console because your kid needs a new pair of shoes or whatever. Like, so I think it is a luxury. I think we think back to the golden era when we were more flush with cash, late in the 20s, basically, where you're flush with cash and you can waste a bit of money. But I think it has always been a luxury.
Fair. That's fair. That is... I miss those days.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we've said in streams and conversations, like buying brand new games now is becoming less and less. I think last year I bought maybe 3 new games, and this year so far I've bought 1. But then it's just the price, isn't it? Like, 70, 80 quid for a game now. You're like, oh, unless I really, really want to play it, will I be doing it anymore? Probably not. I mean, there's literally probably 2 other games this year, but I doubt I'll be able to get them on release anyway because of the price of them, probably.
It's got to wait for them deals, mate.
Yeah.
To be fair, in the chat, Spud has put, would it push more people towards places like Loaded?
I don't know what that is.
It's cdkeys.com and like G2A and those sort of things.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Wait for me to buy them for everyone. Yeah, fair. Yeah, that is
cheers,
fair.
man.
That's all right, nice.
I think it would, though, wouldn't it? Like, people want to save money and get a bargain for games, isn't it?
Like, I'm not like... I'm quite lucky in that I could afford to buy a game if I wanted to. But even then, I'm still going to fucking Loaded. If I can save 30 quid off of it, I'm going to take it all day long. So for people that necessarily can't, 100%, they're going to go to that first. Get the games on there. I would. And do.
I always buy from Shop 2, really, because Shop 2, they knock maybe, £10, £12 off of like a brand new game.
Yeah.
That's where I got Resident Evil 9 from, and it was a hell of a lot cheaper than going to some of the other outlets.
Yeah, it's difficult.
You're both doing it wrong. I just don't buy new games. I just wait until they're on like 90% off on Steam.
Fair.
And then still complain about it.
I just play a lot of old games now. Like, apart from Resident Evil 9, like, most of the games I'm really playing are games from back in the day, or like the remasters of certain ones. Just trying to go through my backlog, really.
Yeah, I have such a backlog now. I could never buy a game again, and I'll still not have new games to play until the day I die.
I've got about 275 games, man.
200. Rookie numbers, son. Rookie numbers.
Oh, sorry, I'm not a Steam boy, but for a console, that's quite a lot.
I mean, even on my console, oh my god, it's gone up again. I've got 740 games in my library now. That is bad.
424.
That, to be fair, most of them games come from the old Humble Bundles back in the day. Yeah.
Or the classic Steam sales where they
bundle. Oh yeah, the good ones.
All the Valve games for like $5.
Yeah.
The good old days.
The good old days. I remember when I was like, I think I was 20, and they done like a Steam sale, and it was like, I've just bought Doom for 95 pence or something, and I was like, get in! Just bombarded my account with all these games all of a sudden. But they don't do them like they used to. They make them like they used to.
Nah, back in my day.
We had real Steam sales.
Back in my day, Steam sales were proper sales, actual discounts.
Some of them on Steam sales nowadays are not bad, but it's nothing like it used to be.
It's a bit too commercialised now.
Yeah,
it's
fair.
The landscape's just different for gaming now as well. It's like, compared to when we were growing up, it's way different now.
Yeah, it's fair. That is fair. But yeah, I think that's enough.
Up.
Yeah,
bedtime, I reckon.
It's about that time, isn't it? Another episode. We've got to the end, guys. We've done it, and no laggy webcam this time either. Way improvements. It only took an hour for us to realise that Windows was muting Ben's microphone, but we got there. We got there in the end.
Classic.
It's just stupid because I checked that so many times when I was recording, it was fine. But for some reason, every time I go into Discord, it's like, oh, nah,
It's good. I enjoyed that. But Mike, thank you for joining in this episode, sir. Thank you very much.
Don't thank me. I've done nothing.
I disagree on that.
You brought some nuance to it and some facts. So
you got anything you want to shill out on? You got to shout out yourself. Anything?
EP3 when?
EP3 went. There you go. Forgotten by tomorrow. Go and search for it on all good music stores and streaming services. There you go. But and make sure to ask Mike. EP3 when.
That's not. Have you checked Discord? I've sent you a link to the new intro if you wanted to play it again.
Oh, you want me? I can play it again. Will it come through on stream? Let's find out. We'll
give us yours, but yeah.
We will finish up with Mike's theme once more. Can I quickly add this in? Yes, I can, and I will.
This has been the Mike Show.
This has been the Mike Show. The Mike.
We got nearly 2 hours out of it, by the way, so we've been going for quite a while.
Oh dear, it's been good. Where is my? What is my browser? Who am I? Where am I? What?
Can't get the stuff these days, can you?
It's
Unacceptable.
It is unacceptable. No, it's just listing all of the processes to select audio from. Oh, good. Stand by. No, it's not happening. Actually, no. Hold on. Stand by. I might be able to do this. We might be able to do this, lads.
We may still have mail. Oh, no dice, Grandma.
Okay. If I just drag this in, will it play? Let's find out. Insert file. Okay.
No time like the present.
Oh yeah. That's going really loud apparently. So yeah.
Yeah. Nah.
It did play. Mike's Gaming Cast. And it also it's looping again apparently.
We.
There we go. All right, that's it from us then, guys. We will see you next week. All right, you can stop playing now. Stop playing. Go away. There we go. Just keep hearing it looping in my ears, like just insulting me. Yeah, same. Well, I would say same time, but we're all over the place. Same relative time. Same bad channel. So we'll see you next time, guys.
Yeah,
have a good one.
See you next week.
Bye. Good day.
Bye.